Good evening. You are welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform, Facebook Live from 3 Pest Trade Academy. And my name is Dele Ayemibo. We'll continue our conversation from where we stop. We stopped at part 50. And this evening we should be looking at part 51. Part 51 of the what, the why, the how to export to Nigeria. The what, the why, and the how to export to Nigeria. The what, the why, and the how to export to Nigeria. And I'm looking at assessing marketing mix. Assessing marketing mix for export into Nigeria. Assessing marketing mix. For those that are familiar with marketing mix, you know it basically involves, although there are other theories now to say that marketing mix is not just the 4 P's of marketing: product, pricing, paperwork, purchasers, and product pricing. Sorry. Do you know what I was already? I was already going to. I was already going to. What do you call it now? It's called product pricing, promotion and place. I was going to product pricing, purchaser, paperwork, and payment. The 4 P's of market, 5 P's of export marketing challenges. Okay. So I'm looking at marketing mix. Marketing mix involves the 4 P's: the product, value creation, the pricing, value capture, the promotion, value communication, and the place, value delivery. Someone call it value confirmation. Which product do you want to sell in Nigeria? Which product? Remember, if you are listening to me for the first time, I've given some information that should help you to be able to know which kind of market you should be looking at in Nigeria. That's why whenever you are doing a business, it's good you have a strategic vision, you have an objective, you have something you are driving at. That drives you. So if what I want to do is to do mass market, I want to get to the lowest of the lowest in the society. I've said any product you want to sell must be food related. But if you are targeting the upper lower class, lower middle class, then you can consider other things that is a bit expensive. But if it's expensive and you're targeting the lower class, no. A good chunk of people in that area, more than half of the Nigerian population, spend more than half of their money on food. So that means they have very little disposable income to be able to buy other luxuries. I sell services and of course export, but for services I sell in Nigeria, I target the upper middle class and the lower upper class. Which product are you trying to export? Define it and be clear on the product you would like to export. Which product are you trying to export or would you like to export? Number 2, at which stage in the life cycle is the product in the foreign market? If that product is already in the foreign market, which stage is it in the life cycle? If that product is already in the foreign market, which stage is it in the life cycle? And that's very important. Very important. Typically, product life cycle starts with introduction into the market. Then you move on to the growth phase. Then you get to the maturity. and then it begins to decline. Introduction. At introduction, the slope is not very steep. But when it's growth stage, the slope is very steep. But when the slope again is not yet steep again, you are at the maturity and then decline. Which stage in these 4 stages is your product right now in any foreign market? Which stage? The reason for this is, if it's a product newly introduced that is at the initial stage, it will be a good idea. If the product already at the declining stage, you might be surprised if the product is very unique. Other people might have also begin to sell that same product to the market you are trying to go into because it's not new. Which stage in the life cycle is the product right now? Which stage in the life cycle is the product right now? That is so critical. That is so important. At what point is it? At which stage is it in the life cycle right now? Why is this so important? This is important because it gives us an idea of how the product will do in the market. It gives us an idea of how the product will do in the market based on what has happened in the past. Based on what has happened in the past. Based on what has happened in the past. At what price should the firm sell its product in the foreign market? Pricing in the foreign market have objectives. Like I said, if you don't have objectives, you know when they say a business should have a vision makes you focus. A vision makes you focus, make you to look at what is important to you. A vision is extremely important and extremely critical. A vision is extremely important and extremely critical. Vision helps you to set the objective right. Vision helps you to set the objective right. You should have a great objective. You should have a great objective. Why? Because the objective enables you to be focused. The objective enables you to be focused. The objective enables you to be focused. So that at the end of the day, you take full advantage of the market. What is your objective? And that influences your price. That influences your price. That influences your price. That influences your price. If you want to do mass market, your price is low. If you want to do luxury items or specialized market, your price is high. Sometimes you want to enter the market, create some disturbances, grab your own share, and stabilize. What strategy are you looking at in entering the Nigerian market? At what price do you want to sell? That depends on the market segment you are targeting. What are the characteristics and capabilities of the available intermediaries? There are a lot of intermediaries in trade. On the export side, you have the agent that will help you to package and place it for export. On the import side, you have the banks. You have the banks. You have the banks. With the banks, you are able to do your letter of credit and bill for collection with the banks. The bank enables you to do letter of credit and bill for collection. So through the bank, you are able to make that desired progress in the follow-up on your payment when you ship into Nigeria. Because you are going to have to work with bill for collection or letter of credit. But these are intermediaries you have to deal with. If on this side also in clearing, depending on your entry strategy, I will soon get to entry strategy. I will be coming up with different options and what I think about the Nigerian market and the one I think you should explore if you are coming into Nigerian market. But there are intermediaries. The clearing agent on your side, your bank. The clearing agent on my side, my bank. And on the distribution channel. Okay. On the distribution channel, I'll now be looking at I'll be looking at the wholesalers, the retailers, and how to get the product directly to the market. You might not need to worry about that if you have a viable partner in Nigeria, a serious partner in Nigeria, who is already into that and will be able to help you achieve that. And be able to help you achieve that. So, what are the characteristics and capabilities? The clearing agent in Nigeria, my recommendation, don't leave the lifeline of your business in the hand of a clearing agent. Ensure you minimize what the clearing agent will do. What the bank has to do, you don't have a choice, they have to do it. But the clearing agent, you have a choice. They can interface with customer and do what they need to do. All other issues around payment of duties, arranging trucks, moving the goods out, delivering of the goods, you can do that. Let them handle the real interface with custom to get the good out. And you do what you need to do. Don't leave the lifeline of your business in the hand of a third party who will not be part of those that will incur the cost of your losses being charged. That's my recommendation, sincere recommendation. What are the costs of physical distribution? Rail, I started working in Nigeria, but we're not there yet. With rail, it will have been possible. With rail, it will have been possible to move goods out at a cheaper rate. But rail, we are not there yet for rail in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned. We're not there yet for rail in Nigeria. We're not there yet for rail in Nigeria. So, you have to haul by road, largely. That means you are going to be incurring a lot of cost on transportation by road. You are going to be incurring a lot of cost on transportation by road. You are going to incur a lot of cost on transportation by road. That cost you are going to be incurring is very important because it's high. Since the day that the port had issue in Nigeria, over a year now, and truck need to queue for days, for weeks to enter into the port, the price of moving stuff in Nigeria had gone up. And in Nigeria, anything that goes up, find it difficult to come down. In Nigeria, anything that goes up, find it difficult to come down. Anything, and I mean anything that goes up, find it very, very tough and difficult to come down. That is a challenge for us in Nigeria. That's a challenge for us in Nigeria. That's a challenge for us in Nigeria. Anything that goes up, find it very difficult to come down. That's a big challenge. So when the price of those trucks went up, it's been very challenging for it to come down. For those that will bring it down, it will definitely come to the level of 100 plus, 200 plus that we probably have before. Unless you have a very, very kind-hearted and forthright business person who believe in charging what is due, not just exploiting a fellow business person who is supposed to be your customer anyway and give you business. So the cost of physical distribution is high. Put that into consideration if you are shipping into Nigeria. What are the communication needs of the foreign market? Depending on your market. If you are going to sell in the north, you might need to use the language. In the south, a bit sophisticated English will work. Maybe in the southeast and south-south, English. In fact, in some south-south area, Pidgin English might be a good way to market your product. Pidgin English might be a good way to market your product. Having Pidgin English. So, communication. SMS is good. Email is generally, open rate is low. SMS and WhatsApp open rate is a lot higher. And therefore, in Nigeria, I'm not aware of anyone. People can advertise in Nigeria and compare. Only that when they are comparing, they won't mention the name. Like people do detergent advert and compare their detergent to the other one, but they won't mention that they'll just put the general detergent. So if I'm doing maybe Ariel, Omo, a Clean and the like, and I'll say other detergent. So I won't mention them, but in some countries, they allow you to mention them if you can prove what you're saying. But in Nigeria, no. In some countries, you can't even compare. Just advertise yours. Don't even compare. But in Nigeria, you can compare, but you can't mention the name, the actual name of that particular product. Is there any need for personal selling to promote the product abroad? Yes. At the beginning of creating awareness, especially if it's a product you want to do mass market, what some companies do is they get salespeople that goes from house to house, stores to store, market to market to do one-on-one direct personal selling. Why? To boost awareness. Sometimes they do that for about a year before they slow down. Why? Why is it that they wait for that before they slow down? They are trying to create awareness in the market. Enough awareness in the market to enable the people take decisions about buying the product. Immediately they realize, oh, our product has been accepted. Our product is now well known in the market. Do you know what happened? Everybody slows down in the direct marketing. They slow down in the direct marketing. But they don't slow down in other areas. They still do private TV advert, but one-on-one direct marketing, because if you have a distributor in a market, if you do a lot of direct marketing, the direct marketers, the sales people will be able to tell them, look, they will sell to them and say, oh, for more, please contact our distributor in this market. And that way it becomes very, very easy for you to be able to enhance continuous and regular sales in that market. Enhance continuous and regular sales in that market. I'm basically saying that I'm basically saying that in Nigeria, direct market might be a way to start, to increase awareness about the product, and then you can adopt other strategies afterwards. But sincerely, direct market might be a good way to start. In order to effectively and efficiently promote the product. So in selling in Nigeria, basically I've started talking about the product, I've spoken about the pricing, I've spoken about promotion, and I've spoken about the delivery. You remember today we are assessing marketing mix. Marketing mix. From tomorrow morning, I will start discussing alternative market entry modes. Alternative market entry modes. I'll start discussing that tomorrow. What are the alternative market entry modes? What are the alternative market entry strategy? What should you look out for? I will talk on it on a general term, and I will talk on it precisely as they apply to Nigeria. So you can take advantage of Nigeria. Remember, AFCFTA is still a long way off. August next year we're starting. But we are already making provision available for people that want to take advantage of Nigerian market. And for Nigerians that want to import from Africa to take advantage of this great market opportunity within the African soil. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Delayemi on this import-export platform, Facebook Live from Treatment Academy. Remember, this program comes to you every blessed day by 6 p.m. or between 6 and 7. And on 6 p.m. in the evening and 8 a.m. in the morning. 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. every day we are online discussing trade in Nigeria. For some time now I've been discussing about import, and I'm on episode 51. The slide I have here is about 222 slides, and I'm just on slide 131. I still have about 100 slides to go. Maybe we will push this up to 100. Maybe. Even if we are unable to push it up to 100, not bad. But we're already on 50, or 51 rather. And I'm saying that, look, this program is going to constitute the most comprehensive information available online for just about anyone that is looking to have access to the Nigerian market. This is our contribution to individuals who are looking to get knowledge. This video is well arranged on our YouTube channel. It is called 3T Impes TV. The YouTube channel have 103 episode video for starting and managing export business. Now we are doing probably about 100 video. Probably about 100 video. Probably about 100 video on AFCFTA, the what, the why, and how. AFCFTA, the what, the why, and how to export to Nigeria. So if you are an African in another part of Africa, wow, here is information about the Nigerian market. On one spot, many videos. All you need to do is sit down, listen, and get all the information